Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, 521 Investment Wealth Builder. On my last video, I was discussing how important it is to have goals in our life and whether those goals are either short term, medium term, or long term. It's good to have goals. And the driving force is motivation and focus. But I also mentioned distraction. And on this video, I'm going to talk about financial distraction. And on this journey, I have encountered a lot of financial distraction. Things that try to prevent me or you from giving our full attention to what we are trying to accomplish. I don't know about you, but I have noticed an uptick in email scams. I say that again. I have noticed an uptick in email scams, pyramid, and Ponzi scheme investment offers. Many of these things are just distractions, and they normally go into my spam folder. But one email I saw got my attention. And when something gets your attention, you pursue or try to find out what it's all about. Now, it was from Norton's LifeLock. I say again, it was from Norton's LifeLock. And I'm not saying Norton's LifeLock is a scam, but I'm saying this email was from Norton's LifeLock to try to get me to buy or renew a subscription, which I never purchased that product. Now, when I opened my spam, I could not believe what I saw. A lot of times you need to just go into your spam and just see what's in there. I said it again. A lot of times you need to go into your spam to see what's in your spam. And this is what I saw. Number one, I saw a lot of fake invoice. The bill sent to a customer after they receive a product or service. It was a scam fake invoice. I saw things from FedEx, UPS, Lowe's, and the email that I saw from Lowe's, it was in all lower case lettering. It was not cap, and guess what? They should have at least added Lowe's Home Improvement. It just said Lowe's. I also saw that I was, guess what? An Ace Hardware winner. Also, I saw I was a Harbor Freight winner. And I saw an auto payment scan. It says scan the attachment. It says auto payment scans the attachment. There's many more that I saw in my spam folder. But FedEx, I use FedEx. UPS, I use UPS. Lowe's, I go in Lowe's all the time. Ace Hardware, I go in Ace Hardware. Harbor Freight, I go in. Sometimes I buy some, sometimes I don't. Auto pay scan the attachment, don't know what that's all about. But my point is, these scams rely on two things, fear and urgency. I say that again. These scams, and I'm not saying these companies are a scam, but what I saw, I knew they were scams, but they rely on two things. Think about this, fear and urgency, which is no more than pressure. Fear and urgency, which is no more than pressure for you or I to submit a payment for a good or service that we never ordered, or by clicking on some link or downloading a PDF. Another thing that got my attention was email account upgrades. Unless I did something immediately, my account would expire. And I saw Microsoft, Google, and other things that said I had to do something immediately or my account would expire, or I had to follow some link to keep my account active. Again, I knew they were scams. Something else I saw, advance fee scam. Now, these scams has been around a long time. The advance fee scam. And you might ask why? Because they work. You know how it is. Someone from a foreign country is begging you or I to help them recover a large sum of money. And they'll give you a cut. They'll give you a part of that sum of money. But the scam is you have to give your banking details. Now, again, this scam has been around a long time because it works. Other words, people are still being scammed by this one. Now, there are many other scams from businesses that you or I may buy products or use their goods or service. You may say, well, they won't scam me, and you may not get scammed. But according to the Consumer Sentiment Network Data Book, which works with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and they report consumer problems they experience in the marketplace. Again, that is the Consumer Sentinel Network Data Book and the FTC, or the Federal Trade Commission. And they report consumer problems they experience in the marketplace. And guess what? We are all consumers because we consume products, goods, and service. Now, these reports are stored in the Consumer Sentinel Network, or we can call it the Sentinel. Now, to be honest, I have never heard of the Consumer Sentinel Network Data Book. Never heard of it. But I did research and looked into it, and it provides, oh my God, so much information that'll make you and I more knowledgeable. Because according to the FTC and the Sentinel, it has been reported, now think about this, $8.8 billion was lost from scams in 2022. I say again, now according to the Sentinel and the FTC, it has been reported that $8.8 billion was lost from scams in 2022. But my question is that a real number? Because some may feel too embarrassed to say they have been scammed. Now, it's embarrassing to be scammed. You don't feel good. You feel like, man, they got me. And they may have got you. And some may not even report it because it's a small number, or it may be $10, $20, or $30 that you or I may be scammed out. You say, well, I learned from this, it's only $10, $20, $30, and that's a small amount. But imagine $10, $20, or $30, multiply that times 800. Multiply that times 1,000. Multiply that times 10,000. Because to be honest, the scammers are not looking for large numbers. They're looking for small numbers. But they want more people to be scammed. Now, according to the FTC and the Sentinel, here are some of the top scams to be on the lookout for 2023 as we close out the year and going into 2024. Number 1, imposter scam. Number 2, online shopping scams. Number 3, prizes, sweepstakes, and lottery scams. Number 4, investment scams. And I want to emphasize investments because my channel is 5-2-1 investment. And I talk a lot about investment. And I talk about how important it is to invest in ourselves. But you have to look out for investment scams. So all investments are not legitimate investment. Many are disguised as investments, but they are scams. And number 5, business and job opportunity scam. You may be unemployed, looking to start a business. Do your due diligence because many may be scams. Also, Scammers are using social media platform. I say that again. Scammers are using social media platform. Facebook, X, YouTube, you name it. They're using it. As technology advances, the scammers are also what? They are advancing, so we must be wiser. Now, this is what something I've learned over the last month. Telephone scams yield the highest loss per person. Other words, more people are being scammed by telephone calls and losing more money. So they yield the highest loss per person. And here's one, a common phone scam. It's called the one ring call scam. Have you ever heard of that? The one ring call scams. Now these are mostly robocalls. And robocalls are auto dialers to deliver a pre-recorded message. In other words, the robocall delivers a recorded message. Oftentimes, it's late at night to bait you and I to call back. That's the bait. They try to bait us to call back. Normally, it's late at night. Now, the thing that I have learned is this. You can lose money by being billed a toll charge if you call a 900 number. I did not know that. I say again, the results of these calls is you being billed a toll charge as if you call a 900 number. Now, the 900 numbers are called pay-per-call services. The 900 numbers are called pay-per-call service because you are charged for the call itself and information or service provided. So they call, it's a robocall, and they try to get you to call back. But you and I, if we answer that call, we're going to be charged, if it's a 900 number, for the call itself. Now, to be honest, I did not know about that until I began to read, get knowledge in the FTC and the Sentinel. So, I always like to give a spiritual principle. Here it is. So if my personal knowledge is still limited on scams, I have to empower myself because, as I mentioned before, you are your greatest investment. If my personal knowledge, what I know about scams, is limited, there's a greater probability I'm going to get scammed. Even though I may know a lot, I can still get scammed. But the point I'm making here, the more knowledge and understanding I have, I shouldn't get scammed because I know more. I'm empowering myself. So, a good avenue to learn from is the FTC and the Sentinel, which gives update on scam activities because scammers are active. Scammers are active. Scammers are active. If scammers make, the only way scammers can make money, they got to be active. They got to be up on their game. Now here is the spiritual principle. In the 4th chapter of Proverbs, it says, never walk away from wisdom. She guards your life. Love her. She keeps her eye on you. Above all, and before all, do this. Get wisdom. Write this at the top of your list. So I should write down at the top of my list, I have to get wisdom on activities of scammers so I don't get scammed. I have to get wisdom. I have to get understanding. In understanding, it says, throw your arms around her. Believe me, you will not regret it. Never let her go. Wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. It will make your life more glorious. So I have to learn about something, whether it's an investment, whether it's something dealing with my health, whether it's my wealth building. I have to learn. I have to get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Also, I have to understand how scams work, how they operate, so you and I don't get scammed. But if you have been scammed, get more knowledge so you don't be scammed again. On my next video, I will cover more about scams, but also Ponzi schemes, pyramid schemes, and MLM, which is multi-level marketing, and how they can affect wealth building. Because again, this challenge is about wealth building, but also there comes distractions. There comes other things that tries to take our focus, that tries to take our motivation when we're headed in the right direction. Believe me, they will come. But when they come, if we have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, there's a greater probability we won't get scammed. Please subscribe, share, and give a thumbs up. Until we meet again, peace.